Hi, Dennis Weiss. Welcome to our town. I thought I'd give you an inside look at what the Eagle business team does for a living to get 2018 kicked off. Brought my good friend James Miller. We affectionately call him Mad Dog Miller after Jim Mattis, you know, James. So, Mad Dog Miller, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right. So, and the other thing we always do because we're at Great Plains Theater is thank them for hosting us. We always point out the little art gallery on the wall. Joe Swartz did all of this with a hot iron, pyrographic or something they call it. I'm a bit of a pyro myself, but nothing ever turned out like that. I mean, I burned a few things down, you know, so. But anyway, so welcome to Abilene.
Thank you.
You're from Ellis, Kansas.
Yes.
Out there where the wind blows free, man.
That's right, that's right. Just on the edge of western Kansas.
Just on the, which edge?
The windy
Yeah,
edge.
the windy edge. Okay, you're my sales engineer.
Yes.
You used to be a salesman.
Yes.
Before that, you were a tech supervisor.
Yes.
And before that, you went all over the United States working for Level 3, making sure that cables went everywhere they were supposed to and people's data came out the end just like it's supposed to.
That's right.
So we have a lot of fun on the commercial sales team.
Yes, we do.
That's a choice, is it not?
It is.
It is a choice. So, but behind what we have for fun every day, we wake up every day and our entire team says, this customer set of businesses, our job is to make their business more profitable, more efficient, cost less money to do what they want to do, and make sure that their world is good. That is our job one. And you're a big piece of that as our sales engineer. So what's a sales engineer do?
Well, I support our sales team and their ventures. I go out and I look at opportunities and I try to fit, based off what that opportunity is, the right products and services that Eagle has, and guide that salesperson to close and help that business grow.
So some of the businesses we've done around here in the last year or two, we've done stuff that we hadn't even thought of 5 years ago.
Yep.
Cloud phone.
Yep.
So, you know, what's cloud phone mean? Well, instead of your phone just being to each other in the building and to other people through Ma Bell, it really is your phone calls go into the cloud of the internet world, and you can make that phone do anything. So your desk phone's your phone, your cell phone's your same phone, your laptop's your same phone. Yep. Phone is just so much bigger than it used to be.
Yeah.
So how do we go in and decide what we're going to do for a customer on phone?
Well, we look at the size of the business, whether it's small, medium, or large. We find out what their needs are. What are they looking to do? They may be replacing a legacy system and they just want a phone to ring. Eagle offers so much more as far as when you mention cloud, all the features that are available that maybe that client was paying for a la carte things of that nature. The phone system, obviously, most phone systems out there that somebody's replacing is probably legacy or less. So our cloud, we can go in, we can set a phone down, we can make that phone do anything that customer wants to do. We can make faxes operate, we can find me, follow me. So we really look at what that business is trying to accomplish. How many locations do they have? Is it just a small location, 1 or 2 phones? We can set something down, give them a real simple feature set, and they can operate their business. Or are they looking for some advanced feature sets? Do they have salespeople out on the road? So they have other remote offices that they need to connect to, where instead of dialing a 10-digit number, they want to dial a 4-digit number. So we look at all those things and we put a plan together.
Well, I'm really glad we have you, because even though I understand it real well, I don't have the patience that it takes to go through that at the customer site. And evidently you do, because you're awfully good at it.
Thank you.
All right, so I think of our financial advisor company in Hayes, one of our early customers with advanced phone products, and they go, we want to open an office in Kansas City area, can we do that? And you go, yeah, here, take this phone and go plug it into your internet connection.
Yep.
You're up. Those sorts of things, not everybody's used to.
No.
So there is a longer question list to these customers. What do you want to do? And some of them, I just want the phone to ring. And some of them go, well, what else can I do? That's where, you know, we can log into a portal where all the features are there and say, here's what you can do, here's what you can do. And I find it, here's what I think is really cool. The people that go, so I can do all this myself without calling you? Well, yes, you can.
Yep. And that's some of the questions we ask. You know, it depends on the client and what they're accustomed to. Most clients, regardless of their age, have an iPhone. They have some smart device at home or in their pocket. So the transition to get into a cloud-hosted phone, they're ready. They really are. They may not know it, but with some demo, you know, a small demonstration, we can get them there. Some don't, and so they can just call Eagle, and we'll make the change for them. Now, if they want to make it, they want to steer the car, they want to control where they're going, then we have a web portal. They can go in and they can do those things.
I think the other thing that's different that that you help bring to us to the marketplace from when we started here in the eastern area at Eagle in 2005 compared to now. We have fiber trunk everywhere in these communities. All of our major communities have fiber into the core downtown areas. We have fiber into almost every anchor institution, and anchors is government, hospitals, schools, major business employers. We just really have a lot of connectivity to anchors. So what does that do for us when you have that conversation with a customer compared to years ago when we had nothing, or a coax maybe?
Well, it gives it gives a layer of reliability, faster speeds. That phone, in most cases, not downplaying our coaxial plant by any means. Right. It's good. It does what it's supposed to do. Our high speed, our fiber coaxial hybrid plant, if you would. But fiber, the way we design that and implement that fiber into that business, it gives them some advantages as far as uptime, reliability, monitoring. So we can go in, we can set our phone system in off that fiber. It's there, and if they have a business down the street, they got a business across the state of Kansas, we may have facility there, and we just bring it into our network and make it work.
So one of the sponsors here at Great Plains Theater, who every year sponsors at least a show and sometimes more, is Brierton Engineering. Now, you had no way of knowing that till I told you, right? But you know who Brierton Engineering is.
Yes.
And they're setting on our fiber, and they're setting on our phone system. And every time I see Mr. Brierton here, he always takes the opportunity to say something to me about, love the bill for that. And, love this, love that. But here's the thing he usually says. He goes, I love the people you have who come to help me.
Yeah.
He said, you guys are just top notch.
Yeah.
He's not talking about me. He's talking about you and Jim Davis, those people who show up to make things work.
Yeah. It's our people that make the change. I mean, most, there's a lot of cloud phone providers.
Yep, everywhere.
There's different handsets. There's different means to make things communicate. You hear things, jargon, sim ring, and find me, follow me, and all those things are available. But where are you going to go where somebody can walk in the door, support that, set that phone, and give you that touch that you can't get from, cloud is a big word.
It is a big word.
Everybody's heard it. What's this cloud? And I get asked that all the time, right? We'll go in and we'll do a sales call. So what's this cloud? And I'm like, well, the cloud is us. It's there. The cloud is basically it's a term to use that you don't have some apparatus on or customer prem equipment running your business in your business. Yeah. It's offsite. It's somewhere else. We're handling that. The key thing too is you hear a lot of this over the internet or things of that nature. We use the internet, but VoIP is voice over internet protocol. So that voice is running over Eagle's IP network.
Right.
right?
Sure.
So it never really, unless we need it to, in which we can do that, it can hit the internet and do what it needs to do. But we are managing that network.
That phone traffic is segregated and runs over a completely separate network, different protocol, the whole 9 yards. Goes
Yes.
out to our phone switch vendor who has East Coast and West Coast, active. East Coast goes down and West Coast takes over.
Yep.
All of that is very cool, but here's the most important part as we get done with your segment. There's only one Mad Dog Miller, and I got him. I got him. Hey, thanks for sitting in with me today.
Thank you.
A lot of fun.
Thank you, Dennis.
Folks, we'll be right back.
Around here, we believe in local values like hard work, family time, or a fair price on reliable internet from a local company. That's why Eagle Communications delivers great local values, like a range of internet options to fit your family's needs. Fast and consistent enough to power everyone's devices at once. All at reasonable prices we're proud to offer our friends and neighbors. Ready for better internet? Give us a call or visit eaglecom.net and discover our local values today.
Hi, Dennis Weiss, Eagle Communications. Welcome back to our town. I have Robert Weatherly in the hot seat over here. Robert comes from Ellsworth, not came. You'll always have come from
Yes, sir.
Ellsworth, right? Your dad did what I always wanted to do,
Yeah.
which is I always wanted to be a spray pilot.
Yeah, quite a few years. He spent a lot of time in the air, buzzing towers and
Yeah.
flying over wheat fields.
Oh,
So
that was my dream when I was little. I'd watch the spray pilots work, and I always wanted. So we had a delivered fuel. That was our in-town business, farm and ranch, out-of-town business. So we hauled some fuel up to the airport one day. I was a little guy. Went with my dad, local spray pilot, like your dad, single seat, right?
yeah.
He goes, "I'll take that boy for a ride." My dad didn't like that. Airplanes, he didn't like boats either, by the way. But he goes, just one seat in there. But I go, "Oh, Daddy, please let me go in that plane." Took me a while to get in the plane. But anyway, someday maybe.
they find a way.
To find a way. All right. So you work with me in sales. We
Yes,
had
sir.
James Mad Dog Miller in the chair. He's our sales engineer. He makes all of us look good.
Sure does. James helps us out quite a bit.
Your job to go out, present business, ask customers about their business, learn about what makes their business go and grow, and then bring solutions that makes a difference for them. So what products do you work in?
I work with a wide variety of Eagle products. I work with our broadband internet connections, anything from coaxial internet to our fiber connections. I work on the telephone side, whether it's just providing dial tone for customers, a couple phone lines and a fax machine, or whether it's an actual phone system where they need to reach out across the state of Kansas and reach their other businesses. I work with our Eagle Technology Services department, which is fairly new, and we're having a lot of success with that. What that means is now that we can take care of a customer from start point to end point, from the time it leaves our operation to the internal network in the business, and it's been a real exciting thing for Eagle to have.
Technology services, let's dig in on that, because one, it is new and different, right?
Yes, sir.
But you were one of the people who really have jumped on that piece of the business and helped us grow it. So technology services, I say that's the people who make what we sell work
Right.
like you need it to work. There is no single environment in computers, phones, data transmission, everything. I read a story on the news this morning about NSA, the people we wonder about.
Right?
They had one of their main systems just loaded with malware, which is how they ended up losing their hacker tools. So I look at it this way. If the NSA has a little trouble keeping malware out, we should be concerned about things like that. Now, just like the guy who drives a race car has a real high-tech crew to make sure his tires are all good, and you and I have to make sure our own tires are good, or we go to M&M Tire and they help us. But all of us still have to care about our tires.
Yes, sir.
Well, everybody's got to care about their network too.
That they do. A lot of times we'll hear how, your internet's, we're seeing little hiccups here and there. We can come out and test that to the premise at a customer, and everything will look fine and dandy. You know, Eagle Communications, for a long time, we were just an internet provider. We provided the internet to the
Right.
building. Now that we have Eagle Technology Services, we're able to go in and monitor that internal network. So that gives us the tools to come in and say, you know what, we're delivering our speed as we agreed to do, but this firewall setting's off in here. It's bogging your system down. So we're able to go in and find those types of things, make those types of corrections to make the business more efficient for our customers now.
You know, there's all sorts of things that the feds have done to help us that we didn't have to deal with years ago. So you have a credit card machine. My first one went like that, right? And you handed the guy the slip after he signed it. Well, all of these credit card machines, that data has to be secured, and everybody's heard the stories about Target losing all their data, and that's why. So there are laws in place. It's PCI compliance. It's making certain you're keeping your customers' data safe. Nobody at the M&M Tires of the world wakes up in the morning going, I wonder if I'm PCI compliant today. Well, we come in and help you answer that question and fix what we find.
Yes. Yeah, we find there's a lot of times that there are things that customers don't necessarily think about. You know, they don't think of the new thing out there that's ransomware now, where people will just lock down your data, where you can't get to that data anymore unless you pay them, set amount or provide something for them, some incentive for them to release that data to you.
Great point. I just had this thought the other day. So we come in and we help you protect against people breaking into your system. You know what the ultimate protection against ransomware is?
What's that?
Having that same data set spun up on a virtual server in our head end, in our cloud, where you tell the guy, not today, Sam. I spun my other server up 3 milliseconds ago.
Yep.
I'm good to go. So there's lots of complexity here. We try to make it simple, which is why two guys like us are in front of the camera, because if you understood what we said today, we can probably help you.
Yeah, there's so many ways that Eagle can help now. Way more ways than we used to be able to. Like I said before, we were just a service provider. We'd come out and sell you a product and support it as best we possibly can, which was usually very good, and a lot of communities were happy with that. Now I look at it more, I go to a customer and I ask what they're wanting to do with their business, and we're able to find a full solution for that. We're not just providing a service, we're finding solutions to help businesses operate better, and more efficiently. And a lot of times customers they just don't even think about those small things that our guys in ETS know about, that they deal with every day.
That's kind of our job, to help them think about their business. And
Absolutely.
I'm really happy we're where we are today. The complexity of running a business is enough, just on whatever your business is. But this thing is nice to have people you can call, and I'm glad it's us with Eagle.
Absolutely. I think we've done a very good job of it. We have a lot of staff. Instead of one IT person sitting around trying to maintain a whole network, we have over 10 people that are all there and are able to be called whenever a customer needs support.
Nobody knows everything. It's
Yep.
good to have many heads to think about things.
Exactly, and we can touch our customers either by rolling a truck out to have somebody come out and help them, or with ETS, we're able to do a lot of remote support now, where we don't even have to leave the office. We can remote in and try and help with people with their patch management on their firewalls and things to that effect.
So I don't think I said this. You work out of the Kansas City office.
That I do.
Yeah,
I spend a
very
lot of time
cool.
on the road, a lot of miles, but it's all worth it.
Which is very cool. So your wife is a healthcare professional.
Yes, sir.
An opportunity appeared over there, and I said, as long as you can do for us what you do for us, I don't care where you live.
Yep.
And we have not only made that work, but because of your proximity, you were able to meet with a vendor firm that won us a Marriott deal
Yes,
in
sir.
Hays, Kansas.
Yeah, we've been able to make a lot of connections. We do have an actual office in Kansas City now, so we do have a small presence in Kansas City, and we're able to work with those people. And a lot of those people have small remote offices out here in these other communities, and to be able to connect those offices together and put them all on the same network, it's something that's really exciting for us at Eagle to be able to do now.
So I know we're almost out of time, if not out of time. I just wanted to say, not only do we do this technology thing, but we're thinking, Robert and I are thinking about spinning up a political consulting firm. with the upcoming governor's race, and there's 18, 19 people running for governor, and you have a little bit of experience in the political field, and if somebody really needs to know how to run against certain people in the running for governor, you could be helpful there. We don't give it all away today on the first show.
I could be a special advisor.
You could be a special advisor because you have won an election in
That's right.
which one of the current folks running for governor was in. So if people want to know more, they can call me because I'm your agent, you see.
That's right.
That's right. I speak for you in that regard. Hey, I'm Dennis Weiss. I work for Eagle Communications. You see me all the time. This is Robert Weatherly. He works for Eagle Communications as well. If you're sitting at your home watching this show and you have some concerns about your business, give us a call. We'll come in and look at your network, tell you how we can be helpful and make life better. Robert and I wish you a great day.
Thank you for having me.